is up, my friends? We are gonna go full traditional today. So 2 blocks for practice will be good. If you like a strap and anything else you like, grab it and then come to child's pose.
Let's take a few moments to start to settle your breath down. And go for long inhales and long exhales. This is going to bring you depth. You don't actually have to go for depth of breath. If you go for length, then the depth will naturally come from the length.
If you need to take a few out of the mouth to kind of let some stuck energy go, feel free. Like 3 open mouth exhales is like magical. It's like something starts to change by the 3rd one, so take what you need.
And then once you finish up, you can start breathing in and out of the nostrils, tip of the tongue behind the top teeth, roof of the mouth up, cheekbones wide, eye sockets wide. Use the backs of your lungs here. So you've got your low back, breathing, spreading wide, your back ribs. You can breathe underneath your shoulder blades. As the roof of the mouth lifts up and you pull the breath through it, you can pull it all the way to the back of the skull too. That's the inhale breath. And then the exhale or the outhale, breathe from high to low. So skull, shoulder blades, back ribs, all the way down to the low back. And just 2 more. Spread the webbing of your hands out really wide, and then as you inhale, lift up to a tabletop. And just start to take some cat-cows. Inhale cow, exhale cat. If you feel ready, it'll be useful to kind of open up the wrist and the forearm a bit and let some gunk out of it. So you can turn your fingertips to the side wall. You can turn the fingertips also to the thighs. It's really preference. It depends on like mobility. You don't want to go too much edgy sensation, so keep it easy. And today for practice, let it be simple. Let it be ordinary. It doesn't have to be anything special. You don't have to have any big awakenings or moments of awe. Just follow your breathing in a way of coming home. Three more cat-cows. And then turn your fingertips back forward facing. Let the hands spread out wide. Give your wrists a second to just kind of get the blood flow back going and neutralize. And then when you're ready, tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Exhale. You got 5 breaths here. Leg energy is up. Heels, that's a part of your foot. That's down. So the center of the foot lifts up. The outer edges of the heels pull back and down. Hands push forward and down. You can shrug your shoulders up to the ears a bit. Some days your down dog is like
super back bendy. You got like the booty popping, the chest open. Some days not super back bendy, so kind of just feel into what it wants to be now. One more breath. Exhale fully. And then bend your knees a little, walk the hands to the feet at the back of the mat. Take just a classic ragdoll. So feet widen a little bit wider than the hips. You can always go wider than that. Off the mat is good too. And then give the knees a little gentle bend or a generous bend. Grab opposite elbow. Start to dangle. Lips together, teeth apart as you're breathing. And you just start to turn the eye inward, almost like you could turn your eyes in 80 degrees and look at the back of the brain. And then you can even imagine that you like watch your brain waves on a monitor or something. Spread your toes out. Remember, the foot is the brain of the asana, so everything starts at the foot and works its way up. Toes spread wide. Draw the center of the pelvis a little bit over the ankle line, so the weight comes more to the front of the foot. Then you can start to pull the thighs up to lower and unlock the upper body. Unlock ribs, shoulder blades, jaw, back of neck. 1. Just find the bottom of the exhale. Once you find the bottom of the breath, walk your way back to down dog. Start to sear the L shape of your hand down. So pointer finger and thumb really heavy. No air can slide underneath your pointer finger. That's going to help you to wrap your triceps back. And you do not have to overly wrap the tricep back. That's just kind of an overly used cue. So pointer finger and thumb searing down onto the mat. Work in this ongoing conversation with the tricep wrapping back and then the collarbone forward. Legs together, right leg back, up, inhale. Bend the knee to open the hip. You just lift the thigh up, 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 and then yawn the hip open, breathe out. Keep your left armpit up because this is what's going to happen. It's going to drop and your elbows are going to start to bend. So left armpit up, straight arms, equal effort in both arms. Circle your right knee around a bit. Your head is an extension of the spine, so harmonize your head with the chest with the ribs with the hip. One more inhale. Down dog, exhale, drop that right leg, and then inhale, left leg, back it up. Breathe in, right armpit stays up. Firm your right leg, bend the left knee as you breathe out. Lift the left thigh up, inhale. Yawn the hip open as you exhale. 3 breaths. Good. When there's judgment, an argument starts, do less. 1, spread the toes. Back to down dog, and then lift the heels, walk to the top of the mat, breathe out. Lift the chest up halfway, inhale, chin a little forward so the back rib comes in. Fold, breathe out. Stand, breathe in. And then hands to the center of the chest, Samastutihi. Breathe out. Give yourself a moment or two standing. The first time I ever stayed in practice, it's kind of like this naked feeling, or a skinless effect almost. Ground into the feet, big toe ball down heavy, inner thigh back. That's going to pop the butt a little bit. That's okay. Side ribs up.
As you feel ready, inhale, arms go back up.
Bow and fold. Breathe out.
Lift the chest halfway. Inhale. Collar going forward. High plank. Exhale.
Hinge forward on this one. Lower the belly for this first one. Breathe out.
Untuck the toes. Walk the hand back to the low rib. Low cobra. Give the shoulder a good roll up to the ear. Back together down.
Push the pelvis. Reach with the legs to lift the chest. Maybe you lift one more rib. Some of you would want to push into the hands. Straighten the arm. Breathe in. Down dog. Breathe out. You can always go through child's on the way there. And then it's 3.
2. L shape heavy, tricep back, inner thigh up, outer heel heavy. 1.
Gaze forward, heels up, breathe in, hop or step lightly to the top. Breathe out. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. Fold, exhale, and then just really take your time with these. You can be behind my voice. Stand up, breathe in, full reach. Any expression at the top, and then you're going right to the fold. Breathe out.
Keep the leg tight. Half lift, inhale.
High plank on this one, exhale. Collar going forward, L shape heavy, tricep back. Keep that as you hinge forward, breathe in. Lower halfway, you can go to the belly too, breathe out. Up dog, inhale. Low back to dog first, then the head, exhale. Again, 3. 1. Take one more sun A on your own. So you walk to the top and you go through that same pattern we were just going through. If you don't know, just do whatever, like pause for a second and just tell the truth. Let the body kind of guide you and do whatever would feel good for you for these next 10-ish cycles of breath. My teacher always says, when you don't know what to do, what to say, then pause and tell the truth. Once you hit down dog, we got 5 breaths. 4. 3. 2. Remember, it doesn't have to be anything special. 1. Take a spontaneous exhale, maybe out the mouth. And then gaze forward, heels up, breathe in. If you want to hop to the top, gaze 3 feet in front of the mat, and then light hop. Half lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Chair as you inhale. We'll bend the knees, weight to the heels, arms up. 5. Once you have the weight in the heels, 4. Try to lift your inner ankles up towards the inner knee and then squeeze your outer thighs together. 2 more breaths. Think, where can I push down? Squeeze in, lift up. Many of y'all know that. 1. Fold. Breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. And then chaturanga, or just skip it. Breathe out.
Warrior one, right foot steps forward, left heel down. Make sure your feet are on two separate tracks here, unless like you can work a narrow leg and still turn your left hip forward, but that's pretty difficult to do. So feet wide, two train tracks, bring your hands to the hips, manually turn your left hip forward and then your left rib cage forward. Then the arms go forward and up. Keep the bicep in line with the cheekbone so your front rib is down and contained. The back heel heavy. Outer edge of your back foot is like a Tupperware. It can really seal and suction down. The more you straighten the back leg, the more you can bend the front knee. And if you need to move one of your feet, move the front foot. You got 3 more breaths. Relax the tailbone down. Lift the side rib up. Lift the back rib up. One more inhale. Low plank exhale. Maybe you float this right leg as you shoot through your chaturanga. Back bend, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. And then second set, left foot forward, right heel down. Remember, feet 2 separate tracks. You got to be able to keep your back heel down. Turn your right hip forward. Turn your right ribs forward. And spin your right inner thigh up. If you just pick one of those, either right inner thigh up or right outer hip forward, it's going to give you pretty much the same thing. 4 more breaths. Back leg straight, front knee bending, tailbone heavy. Squeeze the right butt cheek a little bit. Sides of the navel lift up. Skin on the chest up. Armpit skin up. 1 more breath. A low plank, breathe out. Maybe float the left leg. Keep looking forward. Down dog, 5. Could also be child's. Rest whenever you want. There's probably no one around anyways, so shameless. 3 more breaths. And just notice you're starting to hold yourself a little bit more. Alright, from downward facing dog, finish the exhalation. Gaze forward, heels up, breathe in, hopper step to the top, breathe out, chest up halfway. Exhale, fold. 1 breath, chair, Uttanasana, inhale. Fold, Uttanasana, exhale. Lift the chest halfway, breathe in. Flow or skip, breathe out. Meet in down dog. Once you get to dog, warrior 1, right foot forward, left heel down. Breathe in 1 breath, come up. Breathe out, low plank. Hover right leg if you can. Keep the gaze forward. Up, down, second side, left foot forward, right heel down. Breathe in, up. Breathe out, lower. Back bend. Down dog. All right, drop to child's. Rest the shoulders, rest the wrists. So work the arm in a relaxed way. Bring your awareness to just the aliveness of the body. And keep that instruction really simple. Rest your awareness in the aliveness of the body, the aliveness of the breath, the aliveness of whatever sensation you're experiencing. Three more breaths. Long inhale.
All right, from your child's pose, if you reach your arms way long in front of you, spread the hands wide. This is a pretty good distance between the hands and your feet in down dog. So you go right from this extended child's pose into down dog. See if the hands and the feet are a pretty good length apart. If you need to make adjustments, feel free. Doing that's really helpful for me because I gotta start lengthening my down dog. My down dog, it's a little short one. Alright, gaze forward, heels up, breathe in, top of the mat, breathe out. Lift the chest halfway, breathe in. Consider this like a reset of the spine. Weight in the front of the foot. Fold it, breathe out. And then you're going back to chair. Breathe in. Cactus the arms, breathe out, spread the toes. Hands to the heart, inhale, twist right, exhale. Left elbow, right thigh. You're not here for super long. Bring your palms together. See if you can have your wrists and your elbows in one line. Thumbs start to glide towards the center of the chest. You don't have to look to the side. You don't have to look up. You can look down. Start to slide your right shoulder blade towards your left rib cage. And then your left rib cage towards your frontal right hip point. One more breath. Maybe arms open. Potentially look up now. Fold as you breathe out. Widen the stance of the feet, Padangusthasana. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Your feet can be hips width or a little bit wider. Breathe in, chest up halfway. Breathe out, fold. So in this pose, it's kind of like a tug of war between your toes and your fingers. So you're pushing the toes down. You got heavy feet, but you're also pulling the toes up. Elbows are bent wide, pointing to the side wall, so the collarbone stays open. Feet push down, thighs lift up. Chest drops towards the ground and then eventually towards the legs. 2. Just really let it out of the teeth, let it out of your jaw. One more breath. And then ditch that, halfway lift, breathe in, reset it, adjust the feet, coming back to chair, maintain breath. Sit, arms up, inhale, cactus the arm, exhale. This keeps the collarbone open, hands to the heart, hinge forward, breathe in, twist left, breathe out, right elbow, left thigh. You can always hover the elbow. You can also hook the elbow between the legs. Sometimes I like prayer palms, sometimes I like fingertips together. Sometimes it's nice to put the bottom fist into the open top palm and you just kind of put the top hand around the bottom fist like a little blanket. Left shoulder blade to right rib cage to frontal left hip point. Push the right arm and the left leg together. 2 more breaths. Maybe arms open. Back of the skull a little back, chin away from chest. 1. Fold. Breathe out. Widen the feet. Padangusthasana. Palms, I'll give you 2 options here. You can either go palms facing up, toes to the wrinkles of the wrist, lift the chest halfway, fold it as you breathe out, or grab your blocks, either low or medium height should be good with this. Put the blocks like 12-ish inches in front of your feet, and then you turn your palms to face up on top of the blocks. Thumbs are in, and then you just let it all drop. 3 more breaths. Remember, ground the feet,
Lengthen the thighs. Thighs get longer towards the ceiling so the upper body can unlock. We'll digit roll to stand. Take your time. Chin to the chest. There's no rush. Roll up. All right, it's going to be eagle, eagle, dancer, dancer. Come in from a chair. Right leg up over the left. You want to get a pretty high wrap of the leg. If you get the double hook, cool. If you don't get the double hook, cool. And then arms, you can eagle the arms, right arm under, or just prayer your palms. Don't do the most. That'll come within the final like 2 breaths. If you can tolerate and if the pose is feeling strong. A few more moments here. Weight in the left heel. The work is to bend your standing leg. Pull the hips a little more to the right so they're centered. Chest is lifting. 1. Nice. And then come out of it. Second side. Back to chair. Spread the right toes out. Left leg up and over. Garudasana eagle. Grab once or twice. Any arms. Eagle or prayer. 3. 2, 1. Relax the shoulders down and then come up. Dancer. Left arm is up, right arm long by the side. If you need balance for this one and you have a wall near you, you can always turn to the wall, left fingertips on the wall. Bend the right knee, pull the right heel towards the right butt cheek, reach back with the right hand, grab the inside of the right foot, and then before you kick, squeeze your knees together. Give your left foot a good spread, a good push down. Heavy the tailbone, sides of the navel lift up. You could stay here, this is a good quad stretch, or take an inhale, and then as you exhale, lift the right thigh up, the right shin up, the right ankle up, the left knee up, the left wrist up. 3. Nice, gently release it. Second side, right to it. Right arm goes up. Bend the left knee, pull the left heel to the glute, reach back with the left hand, grab the inside of the left foot with the left hand. Remember, use your wall with the right fingertips if you need. Spread the right toes out. The toes are long and soft, just like your neck. Tailbone heavy, sides of navel up. You could stay here or take an inhale. As you exhale, kick the foot to the hand, but you're lifting left thigh, lift left shin, lift left ankle, lift right kneecap, lift right wrist. Poke the back of the heart to the front of the heart. 2, 1. Nice, and then come on out of it. Top of the mat. Urdhva inhale, arms reach. Fold forward, exhale. Lift the chest halfway. Chaturanga or skip it, breathe out. Downward facing dog. The legs come together. Lift the right leg back and up as you inhale. Bend the right knee, lift the right thigh, yawn the hip open as you exhale. So you could half pigeon, you could half moon, or for flip dog, walk your hands in a few inches, lift the left heel, drop the left heel all the way to the left. Land the foot, flip over. Once you flip over, you can always sit down onto the sit bones Readjust the feet so they're hips width distance. You bring the right arm between the legs, and you can readjust this left arm. You want your standing shoulder blade to stay on your back. Push the feet down, lift up. Think left shoulder blade towards your right jeans pockets. Nice. Alright, if you're in half pigeon, just stay. If you're in flip dog, high plank, side plank on the right hand, heels go right, you can stack, you can stagger, you can drop the right knee, left arm goes up. Vashisthasana, just 3. Push the right hand forward to lift the hip up. Maybe top leg up or something. 1. Ooh, okay, high plank, look forward. It's just low plank, high plank, down dog, breathe out. Right foot steps for warrior 1. Drop the left heel, come on up, breathe in. Strong back leg, use the whole back foot. Baby back bend, exhale. Flop the forearms down. Interlace the hands at the low back. You're going humble warrior and you're gonna round into it. As you inhale, fist pull down, side ribs sternum up, cat the back. As you come into it, breathe out. Squeeze your butt cheeks together, chin towards the chest. Don't worry about how low you can go. Keep using the back foot, use the whole back leg, really firm it. Squeeze the sit bones around your spine. Good, and then warrior dog, you got this. Drop your hands inside of the right foot and then lift the chest up. Walk the arms up and over, with or without blocks, off the top left side edge of the mat. Arms are about shoulder width distance. It's warrior dog because the legs are in a warrior, but it's down dog actions. Hips back and up. Reach through the side waist, reach through the arm. Drop the chest, drop the head. Some of you might roll to the outer edge of the right foot. It's pretty juicy. 1 more breath. Wide-legged fold to the left. Toes in, heels out, chest up, halfway breathe in. Skandasana to the left. Left toes turn out. Bend into the left knee. You could be here, hands down. You could pop the left heel up or you could keep it down. Right toes can turn up to the sky. Place the left hand potentially inside of the left leg and then peel your right arm all the way open. Breathe in. All right, warrior 2, front of the mat. Right knee's gonna bend, smart feet, smart feet, smart feet. Reverse warrior, inhale. And then front leg is gonna straighten, keep pulling up as you go to triangle. Slide the hip back, reach the right arm forward, and then place the right hand either on a block, the ground, or on the shin. Left arm goes up. Turn your right bicep forward. So your right armpit opens to the side wall, open armpits, open collarbone. No one ever says closed collarbone, right? Open collarbone, outer thighs wide, top arm overhead, bicep to your big side bend, breathe in. And then bring it all the way home. We'll need a down dog, breathe out. Home stretch, babies, left leg, backing up, breathe in. Bend it, yawn it, open it, breathe out. Maybe half pigeon, half moon, or flip dog. Lift the left right heel, drop it all the way over, flip it. Remember, sit down if you need to, readjust the base, feet, hand, right shoulder blade on the back. Lift up, think your right shoulder blade sliding into your low ribs, like a turtle going into its shell, or whatever animal going into its home. High plank, side plank on the left, heels left, left L shape of hand heavy. You might even turn the fingertips a little bit out, push your left hand forward, right arm up. Woo, hips up. Maybe float your right leg. Cool. Woo, high plank, low plank, high plank, down dog, breathe out. Good, and then from down dog, your left foot is stepping forward, warrior one. Right heel comes down, squeeze in to lift up. Cactus the arm, back bend it, breathe out. Flop the forearm down. Interlace the hands. You can take the opposite interlace here if you like. Breathe in, fist down, sternum up, use the whole foot. Round into the humble warrior. You start to come down, and kind of right here is where I start to round. I can squeeze the butt cheeks, scoop the tail, chin to the chest, keep bending left knee. Notice shoulders, shrug up to the ear. Slide the shoulder away from the ear. Warrior dog, you drop the hands inside of the left foot. You lift the chest up, keep the down, the warrior two legs, or warrior one legs. Walk the arms up and over off the top right side edge of the mat. 3 breaths, hips back and up, chest and head down. Wide-legged fold to the right. Smart feet. Lift the chest up, halfway, breathe in. Skandasana to the right, right toes out. Start to bend the right knee in the same direction as the right toes. Go over, you can stay here. You could drop the sit bones down. You could lift onto the left heel. Right arm potentially inside the right leg. And then you peel the left arm open. Smart feet. Kind of dance to it. Warrior two, top of the mat. Left knee's bent. Reverse it, breathe in. Keep pulling up. Pubic bone, that trampoline, bounce it up. Front leg goes straight. Slide the hip back. Reach the left arm forward. You're almost there. Left hand down. Right arm up. Whole back foot. Top arm overhead, big side bend, arc it. Inhale. And bring it home. Chaturanga or skip it. Down dog. Once meet laying on the back. Once you come down into the back, set up for a bridge. And if you have like your hair is in the way or you got glasses on or something, feel free to take obstructions away from the head. Bend the knees. We'll just get it over with. Arms long by the side. Make sure the heels are close enough to the glutes so that when you lift up, the knee is going to be over the ankle. But before you lift the hips, just see if you could brush your heels with the fingertips. All good if not, but just keep walking the heels close to the glutes. Feet stay hips width. Arms by the side. And then today, grab the outer edges of the mat with the hands. Pull the mat apart so you can wrap your shoulders and your upper arms underneath you. Chin towards the chest. Breathe in. Hips up, breathe out. You can keep the hands to the outer edges of the mat, pull apart, wrap, 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 or interlace the hands, just like you did in the humble warrior. Every so often, use the feet, use the arm, breathe wide, mid-ribs. 3. Relax the eye and the breathing. Good, come down, take one breath. And then come back up. We got 2 more. Wrap shoulder, wrap upper arm. Once you're up, spike the heel down and then slide the tailbone to the backs of the knees. Good, down. One more. I can even feel I don't want to, I want it, but I'm like, oh, just one more. Okay, bridge or full wheels. Arms go up, hands are shoulder widths apart. You bend the elbows and you put the hands near the ears, fingertips forward, or if the shoulder head is tight, fingertips to the side wall. And then go ahead and lift up, spread the hands. Make sure there's peace in the pose. Wheels, breathe into the chest. You can push the hands down and then relax the head to the hands. Hands push down, relax head to hands. Hands push, relax head. Hands push, relax head. Chin to chest, come down. Well done, y'all. Take a Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet to touch. Knees wide. And then try this with the arms. You make fists with both of the hands. You lift the hips. You place the fists underneath the sit bones. And you just sit on the fist. And then you can wrap your shoulders and your upper arms underneath you. Just like you would in a bridge. A few breaths here. Let it all start to work on its own. So you start to let the work work. Or notice what you're experiencing. What's the mood like? What's it like now? It doesn't have to be anything special. If it is, you know that. And you're experiencing that. Like the Buddha says, we neither want to attach too much to what is good, nor do we want to always have so much aversion to that which is bad or unpleasurable. Neither will bring us to liberation. Release the palms or the fists from under the sit bones. Widen the shoulder blades. Place the hands to the outer thighs. Draw the knees together. Left leg goes long. Hug the right knee towards the chest or to the right armpit, and then just give this a good simple twist. Right leg over to the left, hips move a little to the right. Spread both shoulder blades out. Peel the right arm open. Let your belly breathe here. And then when you're ready, let the nervous system guide you. Let it tell you when it's ready to be done. You just push the left elbow down. You bring it through center. Same thing, second side. Right leg goes long. Hug the left knee towards the chest or the left armpit. Breathe in, open collarbones, and breathe out. Twist. Left knee to the right, hips little to the left. Let the nervous system again tell you when you're ready to move on. When you are, you push off the right elbow, come through center. Either go to Shavasana now or take anything else the nervous system might like before closing practice. I will guide you through a shoulder stand. It's an unsupported one. So just if you're comfortable going into shoulder stand without any support underneath your shoulders, but if you know how to work the blanket underneath you, feel free to grab the blanket and you just put it underneath where the shoulders are, and then that's going to support you when you come up. So spread the blades, chin to the chest, start with legs in the air, arms by the side. You can stay here if you want. There's so many bus stops you can get off at, or go to plow. Hike the hips up, legs overhead. Same thing like you did in bridge. You can grab the outer edges of the mat, wrap the shoulder and the upper arm underneath you. You're walking the blades down, and then you bend your elbows, put the hands on the back, and the action is scoop. You scoop yourself up, lift one leg, lift the other leg. You can always exit early. Flex the feet as if you're standing on the ceiling and reach with your inner heels. Good. Keep walking your pointer finger and your thumb up one rib at a time towards the blades. Relax your low back. Push equally through both elbows. A few more moments, relax the eye. And then when you're ready to come down, it's plow. I don't think I've ever talked while I'm up in a shoulder stand. And then roll all the way down. Make your way into Shavasana. Give it a little bit of space. So space between the legs, space between the arms and the torso. Spread the blades, chin towards the chest a little bit. Let the back of the throat open. And now you just let the body breathe, because it'll keep breathing. It's like in the same way, like nature, like the seasons come around without you asking them to. The sky is always over the ocean, but the two are not touching. The sun will always rise, the sun will always set without you asking it to. So now you just let the body be, unless breath is a helpful tool to anchor you here. Enjoy your rest, your reflection, Shavasana. I'll guide us out of this one too, by the way, so you'll hear my voice in about 2-ish minutes. Please feel free to remain on your back as long as your time allows. If you'd like to come up for the final minute of practice and just sit and observe thought, make your way to a seat.
Joseph Goldstein says, if you want to learn about your mind, sit and observe the mind. Begin to ground your awareness into the lower half of the body. Ground your breathing into the lower half of the body. Stay where you are, or if you haven't already and you're ready to come up to a seat, you can stretch the body out on an inhale and then pop up to a seat. See what has changed. When we recognize the impermanent nature of the mind states, we begin to not take them all so personally. We begin to identify with them much less. Next time you meet a state of any unpleasurable mind state, it is not a mistake, it is not wrong, it's just a state. Allow and nurture. As you feel ready to close practice, bring the hands to the heart. Namaskar. Thumbs rest at the center of the chest. Gently breathing in, filling the heart up. Breathing out, bowing your head towards your heart as a gesture of the mind resting into the seat of the heart. Whenever you're ready, you can release the hands, lift the chin, open the eyes. Thank you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, day, whatever you're up to. I'll see you next time. Bye.